Breaking news right now in the afternoon edition. Two are hurt after a possible explosion destroys a home in San Francisco.
This fire burning for the last few hours in the Sunset District, forcing neighbors out of their homes. The massive smoke and flames caught on camera through the Citizen app. Good afternoon, I'm Elizabeth Cook.
And I'm Ryan Yamamoto. That fire is out now, but there's a lot to get to. We're going to show you where this is all playing out. A loud boom heard all across the area. Firefighters responded to 22nd Avenue between Moraga and Noriega just before 9:30 this morning.
San Francisco Fire says 2 people were injured in the apparent explosion there. 1 person transported to a nearby hospital with serious burn injuries. A firefighter is meanwhile being treated for minor injuries. The entire front of the house appears to have completely collapsed in on the garage. The houses on either side were also badly damaged, and neighbors have been evacuated. More than 100 firefighters are said to be on the scene right now. The cause and the origin of all this still under investigation. Jocelyn Moran is live at the scene. Jocelyn, what are you seeing right now?
Yeah, Liz, a lot of people still out here, people who heard it, people who live and work in the area, and described hearing something that sounded like an explosion. Now, you mentioned there are a lot of fire crews here. We are still seeing that, but I also want to show you just the homes around it that were affected. So we're about maybe 7 to 10 homes across the street away from where this appears to have happened. But I want to show you just a lot of these windows have completely blown out. Again, this is across the street, about maybe 7, 8, 9 homes away from where this happened, but you can also see even the windshields of some of these cars just completely cracked. We'll show you some of those homes continuing along this block here. Windows blown out, shattered as well. There are also cars parked along the street here that are also severely damaged as well. Windows blown out. You can see some of the windshields blown out, pieces of wood also that fell on top of it. Now you can see the home there that appears to have been collapsed there. The homes to the left and right of it also sustained severe damage. We actually talked to the person who lives in the green home right there. They share a wall. She tells us that she was actually on a conference call for work at about 9 a.m. She was working when she describes hearing a very loud boom. Take a listen.
Glasses was flying out of the window. The front door was busted. And I'm so worried, maybe, next thing is the blast coming through. So I went to the back, see my husband, sure that, he's safe. And then as we were leaving, so I got downstairs just to see what's going on, right? And the garage doors were already busted open. Then as I was leaving, running out of the garage, I saw the fires coming. And then the fire truck's coming. My next door neighbor was yelling at me, "Are you guys okay?" And so I said, "Yeah, we're fine, but we're going now." So I did not grab anything except my work phone. So and then I see the fire was coming. And then when I got downstairs, I looked back. I see the water was also coming. The fire was coming, the water was coming, and I knew right then, right there, police was yelling at me, "Get out, get out, get out."
All right, so Karen Lay, who lives there, also tells us, again, their home sustained significant damage. Her windows, her door, her garage just completely ruined. But she says the important thing is that her and her husband are okay. She said she doesn't know if anyone was home next door at the time. Now, the San Francisco Fire Chief, Janine Nicholson, couldn't tell us if the citizen who was injured is a person who was in the home at the time, the one that collapsed. But the fire chief did tell us that she hasn't seen anything like this in a long time.
The last time I was at a call like this was in the late 90s on 19th Avenue when a home exploded.
All right, so you can see just the large response still here right now. We mentioned at one point there were about 90 to 100 firefighters and medical personnel here. Of course, you can see firefighters still checking for any hot spots. We've seen firefighters on the homes, the left and the right homes of the one that collapsed. They've been inside, outside of the homes as well, again, checking for any hot spots. But we know just how a lot of people are shaken up by this. There are a lot of neighbors, a lot of people in the area still with their phones out, a lot of people trying to figure out exactly what happened here. Now, again, the fire chief also saying this is going to be a long investigation. She didn't want to speculate at this point, but again, this is an investigation that we are going to be staying on top of, Liz.
I mean, what makes San Francisco so unique and the neighborhood so unique is the homes are right next to each other. And so therefore, the firefighters, they are trained to handle these types of situations. And it's not a surprise that 100 firefighters responded to this house fire because they had only minutes to make sure that that fire didn't become an even greater catastrophe with more homes enveloped in flames. I'm curious, though, Jocelyn, you said the neighbors are kind of milling around the area trying to figure out what to do, what happened here. Are they being allowed to go back in their homes? Is the street completely blocked off?
No.
So the street is blocked off. You can see this yellow tape right here. It goes about to the end of the block. Initially, it wasn't blocked off to this extent, but I would say in the last 2 hours, they have expanded just the area that they have blocked off here, and understandably so. Again, there were several homes that were affected by this. Several cars, there was debris on the road as well, and as we showed you with the windshields, some windshields completely shattered, so glass on the road as well, Liz. But I think also, just like you mentioned, this is a quiet neighborhood. We talked to the resident who said she's lived here for 30 years, has never seen anything like this. People, understandably so, just very surprised, scared, and shaken up by this.
Oh, I can imagine. What a shock this morning. All right, Jocelyn, thanks so much.
Well, lots of San Franciscans heard the noise and saw that smoke, rushing to their phones to take the video. This footage is from a Citizen app, and many people reporting hearing an explosion in the sunset, and the billowing black smoke was visible for miles. Some footage of being taken from across Golden Gate Park in Richmond, the others shooting from just across the street, seeing the fire crew respond up close. And we're joined now on the phone by Captain Jonathan Baxter with the San Francisco Fire Department.
Captain Baxter, do we have an update on the potential cause of this fire and the condition of those that were injured? We're saying that's a possible explosion. Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, and I do have an update. I'm going to give you kind of a synopsis of this incident, if you don't mind, that will include kind of our updates, just so that some of your viewers that may be joining in will have a better understanding of the incident that's occurring here. So at 9:22 this morning, San Francisco Fire Department did respond to numerous 911 calls reporting an explosion with subsequent structure fire in the 1700 block of 22nd Avenue. At 9:25, 3 minutes after dispatch, the first arriving San Francisco fire unit arrived on scene, observed and confirmed a structure fire with heavy smoke and flames visible from all floors of this two-story residential structure at 1734 22nd Avenue. One occupant at that time was also observed immediately outside that structure with serious burns and injuries. That person was taken to a local hospital. At 9:28, a second alarm was struck, and at 9:44, a third alarm was struck, bringing over 100 firefighters and over 35 fire apparatus to the scene. Initially, the entire 1700 block of 22nd Avenue was given an evacuation order. This order was changed to reflect an evacuation of 1730 to 1750 block of 22nd Avenue, with a shelter-in-place order given to the remaining 22nd Avenue, 1700 block. At 12 o'clock, just a few minutes ago, the evacuation and shelter-in-place orders were lifted, but if you're already evacuated from your home in that block, there is the avoid the area, so you're not going to be able to come back into those homes for probably another hour or so. And we ask that if you are one of those people who have been affected, just to listen to uniformed members on scene, and they will give you the most accurate information to get back into your home. The American Red Cross is called and should be arriving on scene shortly to help those who are evacuated, as well as those displaced. We don't have a steadfast number of those displaced at this time. And the cause and origin of this fire is under investigation by the San Francisco Fire Investigation Task Force. There is currently no threat to the public related to the explosion, which is isolated to the specific location of 1734 22nd Avenue. That's going to be the fire building. And the exposure, so those are going to be the adjoining homes of 1730 and 1738 22nd Avenue. There are indicators of an explosion, such as blown-out windows of homes, adjacent homes, as well as cars parked in the immediate area. The cause of this explosion and the subsequent fire is under investigation. We're hearing lots of speculative causes by our community members and media partners, And I just want to remind everybody to please wait till we have a vetted and verified cause and origin of this explosion and subsequent injury, or fire. We do currently have one community member who was taken to the hospital. That's going to be the person we observed originally on scene with serious injuries. One firefighter suffered minor injuries and was taken to a local hospital. And we currently have one occupant of the fire building that is unaccounted for. That does not say that this person is a fatality or an injury. It just states that this person is unaccounted for. Efforts are in place to try to locate this person with hopes that it's not going to be a fatal fire. At this time, we are asking the public to please continue to avoid the area of the 1700 block of 22nd Avenue, as we still have numerous fire apparatus and firefighters on scene, and our investigators will be investigating this incident throughout the day, if not throughout the night.
And Captain, just really quick, as far as the investigation is concerned, I know this is going to take a long time, but it looked like in one of our live shots we saw a big group of PG&E workers getting ready to go in. How soon will they be able to go inside to begin their investigation?
So PG&E is on scene with their staff and their equipment. They arrive on scene on any of our fires. They're a valued partner in making sure that we can do our job effectively. And in this case, where we have an obvious explosion, they're going to be an integral part of assisting us in determining the cause and origin, as well as making sure that the scene is safe for not only firefighters, investigators, but the surrounding community. So the mere fact that they are on scene is not unusual for a fire of this size in San Francisco, as they are dispatched alongside with our units for fires to, again, ensure our safety and the safety of the community.
Captain Jonathan Baxter with the San Francisco Fire Department, thank you so much for that important information.